Hey y'all, I'm Lisha, the Southern Ladybug, and I'm here for another Flosstube video. This is where I talk about all the crafty things I do. Cross stitch, crochet, a little bit of beading, and whatever else I want to get into. This little clip is just a short clip to show you a few crochet things that I've been working on because I've got to give them to their rightful owners in the next day or two. So I wanted to go ahead and show those off real fast. The first one I did was a flamingo. That's the first time I've done a flamingo. It's another one of my cuddle buddies. And he turned out so cute. Look at this guy. His long legs. He's fun. I've got to do a deer for this customer before I give him away. Look at that tail. How fun is that? And so soft. It's that same cuddly yarn that I've been using in his hair. Francesca. Isn't that fun? The next big one that I've done, this is the second one of these that I've done, and the pattern is an African flower pattern. And putting it together, the pattern is from Heidi Bears. Found her on Etsy or Ravelry, I'm not sure. But Heidi Bears, she's all over the place. She's got all kinds of animals. I've done a bulldog, and this is the second elephant I did. And she's big. Her name is Nellie. Look at that tail. How fun is that? How cute. Nellie got a big old butt. And her ruffly ears. And this one I did, the pattern calls for the trunk to be curled down. And the last one I did, it turned out fine, but it made it kind of top heavy. You have to put a weight in the butt anyway to keep it upright, because it does tend to, it's top heavy anyway. But I curled the trunk back on itself, and I like it much better. It looks more like an elephant. Well, it doesn't look like an elephant, but I just like this position better. But she's heavy. It took an entire bag of polyfill. I don't know if y'all saw my Instagram post a while back, a week or so ago. I got drastically low on polyfill. I was down to 4 bags. Been waiting on Michael's to have a 50% off coupon, because I can't buy that without a coupon. The price went up too, so I gotta wait for coupons. But they have a coupon this week, so I've been stocking up every time I go buy a bag of polyfill. But this took an entire bag of polyfill unto herself plus some. But she turned out really good. Real pretty teal, a light yellow, and gray, and white in the middle. Isn't that fun? So sweet. And then, thanks to Lori at Mischievous Stitches, she's been showing all these crochet baskets. And I was like, well, I gotta have one of those. I gotta make me one of those now. And it's a good stash buster. So I went through, I just was in the mood to make something for myself. And I needed I needed something to put all my little scrap balls of yarn in. And because they're everywhere and they take up valuable space. So when I don't have enough for it to stay in its skein, I just wrap it in a ball, just on my fingers. I don't have a ball winder or anything. And then these little hair clips work really good to hold your ends in, if anybody needs that. So I just made me a basket. It's smaller than the one she's been doing. I only did a repeat of 8 and an increase. So it ends up being 60 around. I'm not sure what hers is, but I think it's bigger. And I know it's a lot taller. But this is just fine for my yarn balls and a random pom-pom I made that didn't work. And I put some handles on it. And it is bright and gaudy. It is hot pink, lime green, and yellow. And I love it. But it didn't use all the yarn. I was like, dang it. I'm trying to get rid of all these scrap yarn things that I have that I'm not going to use for anything else. And so I made another one. This one's a little bit taller, and I used all of the, I don't know, one color, green. I had a little bit of pink left, but I used all the green up. And I even used all the yellow and part of another ball that I had in the other one. I got to do my ends in, but it's a little bit taller. But I'm going to put, I don't know what I'm putting there. Maybe my scraps of the chenille yarn that I use for the Cuddle Buddies. Who knows? But those are there, and I love them. Thank you, Lori, Mischievous Stitches, for getting everybody all hyped up on project baskets. I do want to make a bigger one that I can use to put my yarn in to work out of, a project basket. So it needs to be a little bit bigger to hold all the yarn. I don't know. Actually, this one might be a good size. It doesn't have to be super tall. I don't know. Maybe I'll use that. Okay, that's it for my quick update. Just wanted to show off my elephant and the flamingo because they're too cute. I'm also working on a deer that I'll get done. I don't know if I'll get to show that. Oh, one other thing. Well, I'm not quite done with this, but I'll show it anyway because I'll give it away before I get to do another clip. F-bomb. I got to work on the wick. It's supposed to be red, and I can't remember how I did the last one, so I got to figure that out. But she wanted a purple one instead of a black one. But it's an F-bomb. Boom. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye. I'll be back later for a stitching update. Hey y'all. Part 2, the stitching update. And some more crochet, because that's all I have time for. I am up to my eyeballs in body parts. I have 2 horses, a unicorn, and a giraffe to do by Easter. I think I'm going to make it. But I have found that if I do all the bodies, and most of it's the same pattern, the horse and the unicorn are all the same pattern, so I do all the bodies, and then I do all the legs, and then I do all the ears, and then I do all the muzzles and the hair. It goes much faster, and then I can sit down and just put everything together. But I've got body parts everywhere. Still have one more body to make. And then I have all these legs and spots and eyeballs and ears and they're going to be Cuddle Buddies one day. They don't look like much. Somebody said that one looks like a peanut. It does. It's a horse. Can't you tell that? Looks just like a horse. It will be, I promise. But I got body parts everywhere, and I'm going to work on that today and this weekend, and hopefully get that finished up. Got fuzz everywhere. Today is a half day for me. All the doctors are gone doing physicals at some of our local high schools. So me and my partner split the day, and we've got 3 of these days, 3 Fridays that we can do this. So today I'm coming in late, and I'm going to be there pretty much by myself in the office this afternoon. We've got one doctor that's on call, so he'll be milling around, and his nurses, but that's about it. So it's going to be nice and quiet. I'm going to get what little bit of work that I have to do done, which isn't much. And then I'm just going to sit and listen to my book and crochet the rest of the day. Hopefully get another horse body done and maybe some legs or something. But it'll be nice. And then this weekend I can finish that up and hopefully put them all together and be done with all these the first of next week and get those to them for Easter. These Cuddle Buddies have seriously gotten out of hand. I may just have to put a stop to it. I can't say no. Somebody wants something. I want to make it for you, but I haven't been promising too much in a time frame. I'm still like 4 months behind on most everything. But if somebody needs it for a certain day, I'll do my best. Most people don't need them by any time, and I can kind of move people around and they don't mind. No big deal. They just see something like, ooh, I want one of those. But they don't need it for anything specific. So I've been able to get everything done by the time frame that I needed to, but then there's some people that are still waiting since December, January for things that they've ordered. So I don't think they mind, but I'm trying. I'm working on it. They are quite pleased when they finally get it. I gave the elephant and the F-bomb away, and she was thrilled. It was for her, not a kid, so I thought that was funny, but she was thrilled with that. So that's all the crocheting updates I have, and I actually have some stitching updates. Yay! I finished the first part, the first building on my Christmas Village, Mill Hill Christmas Village series. I did St. Nicholas's Cathedral. It's on 28 count, Whimsical Winter Opalescent by Under the Sea Fabrics. Leslie from Under the Sea. She's amazing. And this is so sparkly. Look at all those. This thing is almost all beads. More beads than anything else I think I've ever done. I want to get some light over here to see if you can see how sparkly that is. Oh, well, you can't tell. Anyway, all this stained glass stuff, let's get rid of that. The stained glass is using Krynic number 8 braid. Ooh, I've never used number 8. I've always used blending filament and number 4. That, ooh, it's thick, very thick. I think if I had known that, I probably just would have subbed the number 4 braid. It probably would be okay on the perforated paper that the kit comes with, but since I wanted to do it on the fabric, I didn't think anything about it. I thought, 28 count, that's big enough to do all the beads and everything. But it was super, super thick. And hopefully when I iron it good, it will kind of lay down. It doesn't really puff up too much, but the dimension is amazing. But I think I would have used number 4 braid. So if anybody's planning on doing this, just a FYI, it's really, really thick. But I got done with it and I'm very excited. So, okay, y'all know I only do one thing at a time. I can't have these hundreds of whips going on at a time. And I will not be participating in Mania. That just blows my mind. But I did decide that once I got one house done, because I'm going to do 5 in a row. Once I got one house done, then I was going to work on another project and do that, give me a break, and then go back to this and do another building. So I got done with that. And the next one in line, instead of going to the next thing, I'm going to do, I started Life Needs More Chocolate Bunnies by Hands On Design. This is a market release, and I thought it would just be real quick and fast. There's several things that I want to do, but I thought maybe if I picked something that was real quick, I could get it done and then get back to my Christmas Village. So I'm changing everything on Chocolate Bunnies. She's used kind of a brownish, grayish fabric. I don't know what it's called for. But I'm using this kind of peachy, orangey, peachy color. The light in here is not very good. It's a Zweigart fabric. I'm pretty sure it's at least 20 years old because I think I got it when I worked at Michael's back in 98 to 2000. And it's a Zweigart Oops 32 count Lugana. It's nice fabric, but it's an Oops, I guess, because it's not dyed very well. It's got a lot of spots on it, which probably won't make a difference. It'll probably be covered up. But I picked a square off of it that won't matter. Since it's not full coverage, I tried to pick something that wouldn't show. And then I converted all the colors to Victorian Motto. I've been in the Victorian Motto Sampler Shop Thread of the Month Club for a few months now, and I have yet to use any of them. and I love them. They're so pretty and they're so soft. They stitch really good. So I wanted to try them. And so I picked just out of what I had. I don't have a ton because I haven't been in it very long, but I have all your basic colors. So I went through and tried to pick things that would work. Some, you know, the oranges I kept and greens, but I changed the color of the words. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do life needs, but I did more in this light purple. I may take that out, but aren't those pretty? This is what I've gotten done. Or chocolate bunnies. I'm using DMC 3371 for the bunnies and the words, chocolate bunnies. I didn't have a brown in the Victorian motto, so I just used a dark brown DMC, and it's good. Can't really see the purple on here very well. I'm going to wait until I get done, and maybe all the other stuff will bring out that purple better, but that's what I got so far, and I may pull it out. I don't know. I hope I have enough to do something with it, because I didn't add very much to my margins. I didn't add right. I only added 2 inches instead of 4 inches to each side, or to one side total, whatever. I'll make it work. I'm not going to frame it. It's going to be probably a flat fold type thing of some sort, a flat mount on a plaque, a bunny picture or something, who knows. The other finish I have is the little Summer Rose card that I got off of a freebie table. It was a free kit out of the World of Cross Stitching magazine, and I just thought it would be cute for my mom. So I stitched that up. It was a super fast stitch. Just a pretty rose. She'll love it because I made it. Comes with its own little card. I haven't put it in right, or, you know, stuck it down, but I just put it in there to see what it looked like. Has its own little envelope and everything. So that's done. I have been very productive. Aren't y'all proud of me? The next in line for the Christmas village is going to be the apothecary. It goes next to the church. All of them have all this snow on the edge, and then the church had a bunch of these trees sticking up from behind it, and I didn't add those in. I didn't really like it. You really couldn't tell what it was, and I'm not putting all these snow bits on there yet. I'm gonna come back at the end and kind of just fill in around the whole thing with the snow, but I am doing all the greenery and snow and whatever's at the front of each building. But I think I'm just going to stick them, you know, just really close to each other. There was a one that I had seen where they really put them right up next to each other, and I just didn't. I don't want to take the time to figure all that out and make sure they're at the right height and they merge into each other, because she said she had to leave some stuff off and fudge some things here, and I just want to stitch it and get it done. My mother will probably steal it from me, which is fine, but I just want to get them done. They stitch up so fast once you actually get going, so I don't think this project's going to take all that long, but like I said, I'm going to stitch a building and then go and stitch something else quick and come back to it. So I should have, I've been working on the more chocolate bunnies just for a few minutes every morning. I have maybe 15-20 minutes in the morning before I have to go to work, after I get ready and get my lunch together and everything. So I sit down and just put a few stitches in, and then at night, if I feel like it, I'll stop about an hour or so before time to go to bed, stop crocheting and put a few stitches in. So it's going pretty quick. I've only worked on this a couple of days. So I'll have that done and can get back on the Christmas village. I think that's it. This is a super short update. I don't have any other plans as of now. just more crochet cuddle buddies. Got to work through those. And just going to continue to work on the Christmas village and the bunnies, and trying to look around, see if I forgot anything. I hadn't bought anything. Hadn't been anywhere to buy anything. I did get my new shipment of threads in, but at this point, I don't remember which ones came in that shipment. So maybe it was these. Maybe it was some more. I don't know. But they are beautiful. I do like stitching with them. They're very smooth and very nice. So good job, Victorian Motto. I'm just looking around. I don't see anything. That's it. Super short today. Y'all have a great day. Happy stitching. Talk to you next time. Bye.